Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for all the likes, the subscribes and the comments. I found it really interesting, especially those of you that have given your thoughts and your opinions on various bikes and your experiences, so that's really helpful. Thank you ever so much for that. What we're going to do today is I fancied a little bit of a ride out because it's a nice sunny day. Thought we'd go up to a Honda dealership, just on the off chance that they may have a CRF 300. If they have, I'll have a sit on it, see what it's like, see what it feels like, and show you on camera. If they haven't got one in, then so be it. It's a ride out on the bike. Just here. Yeah, sort of motorcycles. It's because I rode past it and it said bloody Suzuki. I was expecting to say Honda. No. I'm going to park it just here so I can keep an eye on it. Hi mate, have you got a CRF 300 in at all?
No, we haven't.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're not actually a Honda dealer.
Oh, you used to be, didn't you?
We were until the end of last year. Yeah.
Right, okay.
While we can still service them, we will actually have new ones on the showroom.
Okay, I'm thinking of trying out some green laning, trails, etc.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that sort of like lightweight, middleweight bike. Is there anything you've got in I could have a look at?
Not really, but I mean the CRF is pretty unique. It's like the only one in that.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's a new Suzuki coming out in the middle of the year. That's,
Oh yeah, the DRZ.
yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks impressive. That does.
There it goes. Oh yeah, yeah. I can't wait to see it.
Okay. So I've been looking at the CRF 300, the CRF 250, and I'm also looking at the Voge 300, which is looks good value for 3.5. So yeah, I'm just looking at all those. But if you haven't got one in or none to look at, then fair enough. So no longer Honda here, just mainly Suzuki and Triumph.
Triumph and Suzuki.
All right, mate. All right. Well, thank you for your time. See you later, buddy. Bye bye. I'll just have a look round if that's all right. There seems to be a lot of Triumph bikes here. Yeah, they're not cheap, are they? Okay, so that wasn't the greatest. I was hopeful that they'd got a CRF 300 in, and the reason I assumed that they'd got one in is because they used to be, well, I thought there was Honda dealer. Turns out they're Suzuki and Triumph now, so that must have changed in the last 6 months or so. That's a shame. I wanted to sit on the CRF and show you guys what it was like, but no matter. It's still a ride out, can't grumble at that, can we? Any excuse to get out on the bike. I do love that about motorcyclists. Any excuse. Am I recording? Yeah. So that was a shame. The plan was to obviously go and have a look at a Honda CRF 300. It's no longer a Honda dealer, it's a Suzuki dealer, and they haven't got one in. I did ask if they've got anything similar in, and they haven't, sadly, apart from the DRZ 400, which looks like a lovely bike, and it would be absolutely perfect, but it's going to be too expensive for what I want. Remember, the budget's going to be sub £4,000. No matter, we will carry on our journey of looking for the perfect bike.
So let's dive into a comparison of these two lightweight adventure bikes. The Honda CRF 300L and the Voge 300 Rally. Both bikes are fantastic, but with a budget of up to £4,000, which one gives you the best bang for your buck? First up, the Honda. This bike's known for its reliability, excellent handling, making it one of the best entry-level adventure bikes on the market today. It's perfect for riders who want to do trail riding, go on an adventure, or commuting. The Honda is powered by a 286cc single-cylinder liquid-cooled engine. Producing 27 horsepower, it's a great mix of power for off-road and on-road adventures without being too overwhelming for beginners. Weight. Weighing in at 142 kilograms, it's relatively lightweight, which is a big bonus for manoeuvrability, especially when navigating tight trails or rough terrain. The fuel capacity. Well, it's got a 7.8 litre fuel tank, which gives you a decent range, although it's not the largest in its class. Suspension. The front is equipped with a 43mm telescopic forks, and the rear has a ProLink monoshock, offering up to 260mm of rear wheel travel. This makes it capable of handling various off-road conditions. However, the suspension is commonly reported by owners that it's too soft and can bottom out quite easily. This is compounded if you are closer to 100 kilograms. Price. So the Honda CRF is typically about £6,200 new, but potentially I could pick one up for about £4,000 if it was 4 years old. Right, now let's look at the Vogue. The Vogue 300 Rally is a bike that's relatively new to the market, but already making waves with its strong specs and value for money. The Vogue 300 Rally also comes with a 292 single-cylinder engine, and it produces 27.5 horsepower, making it nearly identical in power to the Honda, so you can expect similar performance. At 158 kilograms, the Vogue is a bit heavier than the Honda, but it still falls within the lightweight category for adventure bikes. You may notice that extra weight off-road, but it also contributes to stability, especially when cruising on the road. Fuel capacity. Well, the Rally boasts a 12-litre fuel tank, which is significantly larger than the Honda's, meaning you'll have a longer range. Perfect for longer distances or remote riding. Suspension. Like the Honda, the Vogue features an inverted front fork and monoshock rear suspension. It offers up to 250mm of rear wheel travel. So far, all reviews suggest the suspension out of the box is superior to the Honda's stock suspension. Price. The Voge Rally is priced at about £3,650 plus on the road. And that's brand new out the box. So with that, you'd be getting a 2-year warranty. So, how do these bikes stack up when you're working with a £4,000 budget, which I am? Well, they both have about 27 horsepower. Weight, the Honda's slightly lighter, but the Voge will feel more stable on the road, although That's a compromise because when you're off-road, you're going to want it lighter. Fuel tank, well, the fuel tank, yes, it's bigger on the Voge, but that really doesn't bother me because I don't plan on riding it for, you know, any great length of journeys. I'll look to fill up quite often. I'd rather have the less weight. Price. So the Voge Rally wins the price battle, coming in at just under £4,000, brand new. That leaves you room for accessories or gear, while the Honda might be around £4,000 for a 4-year-old bike. In conclusion, I'd say both bikes have their merits. So if I'm looking for a lighter bike with a proven reputation and don't mind stretching my budget, the Honda 300L is a great choice. However, what worries me is the fact that it's Chinese and it's not a very known brand, or it's certainly not as well known as Honda. So I don't know, in 1 or 2 years' time, it's going to devalue drastically. At least with the CRF, I mean, I'm looking at bikes that are 2018, 2019. They're still demanding over £3,000. I don't think that's going to happen with the Voge. But on the flip side, if I bought the Voge, I'd be looking at a 2-year warranty, and that'd give me peace of mind. So there you go. There's the two comparisons. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what your suggestions are. I'm going to have a good think and decide which way I'm going to go. And that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your comments and subscribing. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button and click the like button. It is really appreciated and helps me know that I'm on the right track to producing videos that people value and appreciate. See you next time.